My name is Tony Litt. I'm the MD of Sunrise Radio, and it's my immense pleasure to bring you the official Sunrise Radio podcast. We are the #1 commercial Asian station in the United Kingdom, with many firsts to our name, and we continue to be the voice of British Asians who have given us their love and loyalty over 30 years. It's a legacy we cherish and a responsibility that we don't take lightly. Our aim has always been to entertain the listeners with the best of Bollywood and Bhangra while also addressing their concerns. A real voice for the community, a vibrant community and a great nation. We are proud to be British and Asian. This podcast is a compilation of some of the things we do on the station with a stellar lineup of presenters who each have their own personality and style. It's entertaining, informative, engaging, and we hope you will enjoy it here as a podcast if you are unable to tune in to the radio. Don't forget to subscribe and tell your family and friends about this podcast, and do leave us a comment on what you think. We'd love to hear from you. All the best always. Team Sunrise.
Hey, my name is Shabnam Sahi. Welcome to the official Sunrise Radio podcast. I'm on your radio weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. If you've heard the show, you know what to expect from it. But here are some exciting, interesting Bollywood stories that you may have missed. This time round, served up as part of our official Sunrise Radio podcast. Enjoy. Big news emerging from B-Town yesterday that Amitabh Bachchan will step into the late Rishi Kapoor's shoes and partner Deepika Padukone in the remake of The Intern. Now, if you remember, Anne Hathaway and Robert De Niro starred in the Hollywood version. Deepika Padukone posted yesterday, "What an absolute honour to be collaborating with one of my most special co-stars once again." Naturally, they played father and daughter in Piku, remember? Now, contrary to what you might think, looking at the age gap between the two lead characters in the film, you might think he's the powerful, snooty big boss and she's probably the naive, wide-eyed intern, right? Wrong. He's a 70-year-old widower who thinks he's not ready for retirement yet, so he applies to be a senior intern for an online fashion portal, which is led by a slightly skeptical boss lady, her. Ageism, sexism, humour, preconceived notions about power play and all the rest of it form a huge and rather appealing part of the story of this 2019 Hollywood film. Let's hope the remake is just as engaging. Good luck. Here's an interesting story. Fragile yet strong, beautiful and tough, a consummate professional, a wife and soon-to-be mummy. Dia Mirza, she didn't shy away from answering questions from certain sections of the public who, in an indirect way, accused her of double standards recently, saying that, look, you had a lady priestess officiate your wedding, you dispensed with traditions like Kanyadan and Bidai, and you championed a woman's right to choose. It now transpires that you were already pregnant when you married Vaibhav Rekhi. That doesn't sit right with what you say, Dia, because you kept it a secret. Why? Now, Dia Mirza must have anticipated these comments because she promptly said, interesting question. Firstly, we didn't marry because we were having a baby together. We were already marrying as we wanted to spend our lives together. We discovered we were going to have a baby while we were planning our wedding. So this marriage is not a result of pregnancy. We didn't announce the pregnancy until we knew it was safe for medical reasons. This is the happiest news of my life. I've waited for many, many years for this to happen. No way would I hide it for any other reason other than medical concerns. Then she says, by the way, I'm only answering these questions because 1, having a child is a beautiful gift of life. 2, there must never be any shame attached to this beautiful journey. And 3, as women, we must always exercise our choice. And 4, whether we choose to be single and parent a child or be in a marriage, it is after all our choice. And last but not least, as a society, we must unstereotype our idea of what is right or wrong. Instead, we should train ourselves to ask what is fair or unfair. Now, we may or may not agree with what she believes in, but I do think we should live and let live. Because what two consenting adults decide to do with their lives, how they wish to spend it, is no one else's business but theirs, right? Let's not judge. Let's wish them all the very best. We saw this coming due to the alarming rise in COVID cases in Maharashtra, specifically in Mumbai. But now it's officially confirmed that following the imposition of a night curfew in the entire state of Maharashtra, many films have decided to hold back on their full theatrical release. Films including Suryavanshi, Chehre and Bunty aur Bablu 2. Bablu nahi, Babli. Now, this is to safeguard public health and to reiterate how important it is for us individuals to follow rules and guidelines for this to be able to work, right? COVID has spared absolutely no one, neither commoner nor Bollywood star. Akshay Kumar is now in hospital as a precautionary measure after testing positive, with no less than 45 junior artists on the sets of his ongoing production, Ram Setu, also testing positive. I mean, 45 junior artists and Akshay, that makes 46. Were they not following protocol? How did that even happen? Naturally, the shoot has come to a grinding halt. Now, with this pandemic, the most difficult balance to strike has been the one between life and livelihood. What do you save first? Naturally, everybody would say life, right? Zindagi rahegi, tabhi to livelihood ka sawal paida hoga. Lekin for all, it is not so black and white. It is not that easy. For anyone to have a fighting chance of emerging into a safe new world again, we need to respect the rules. Please, let's do. कुछ सुना आपने? Director Vikas Behel, Ekta Kapoor's Balaji Telefilms and Reliance Entertainment are joining forces on a film titled Goodbye. Now, this is all the buzz in Bollywood right now because it is South Indian sensation actress Rashmika Mandana's grand entry in Bollywood. And this is a funny/emotional drama where Amitabh Bachchan and Neena Gupta play Rashmika's parents on screen. Now, expressing her delight on being approached to play the Big B's on-screen wife, Rashmika's mum, Neena Gupta wrote yesterday, when Vikas narrated the film to me, I was so happy. It's a wonderful script. One doesn't think about anything else when the script is so exciting. Even the role, it is beautifully etched. I'm very excited to be sharing screen space with Mr. Bachchan. Of course, it is a dream come true for me, and I'm quite ecstatic. Now, if you remember, Amitabh Bachchan's preferred way of showing his appreciation for someone's performance in a film, no matter how junior or senior that artist may be, this is by sending them a luxury bouquet of flowers and, with that, a handwritten note of praise. I'm guessing written using his favorite pen, one of his many Mont Blancs. So Neena Gupta was very chuffed when she received this from Mr. Bachchan after her phenomenal performance as Gajaraj Rao's wife, as Ayushmann Khurrana's mum in Badhai Ho in 2018. Uske baad Mr. Bachchan ke saath kaam karna, I mean, this really is a dream come true. If you haven't seen Badhai Ho, I strongly recommend you do. It is a film which has humor, it has all the elements of a Bollywood film, but it does bring a tear to your eye. And there is a strong social message which hits you without in any way overpowering the narrative. That is the perfect formula of a beautiful film, isn't it? Here's a fantastic story. The FTII, the prestigious Film and Television Institute of India, it gave some of its current students a golden chance to chat with Shabana Azmi. Now, Shabana Azmi, she is FTII alumnus. She marks 50 years since she first joined this institute, right after she graduated from St. Xavier's College in Mumbai. Speaking from Hungary, where Shabana ji is on a shoot right now in a web chat which was mediated by director Shekhar Kapoor, Shabana Azmi कहती हैं कि look, real life experiences are an actor's biggest source of inspiration. She says, look at life around you to polish your craft, to hone your craft, to learn your craft. She says, I was an urban woman. I was totally a Bombay girl when they cast me in a film titled Ankur in 1975. I had to go to a village for the first time in my life and spend time with the villagers to see how I wanted to portray my character with authenticity. That role won me the National Film Award for Best Actor in 1975. And I knew I was on the right path. So always draw inspiration from life. And she says, the way I see it, cinema is a director's medium, theatre is an actor's medium, and television is a writer's medium. Trust your gut instinct, yes, but listen to the captain of your ship. Good advice. Now, while many Bollywood A-listers try to stay safe on set and continue shooting for various films under regulations that are getting tighter by the minute, there is a long list of stars that have also tested positive for COVID in quick succession. Katrina Kaif being the latest name added to this list. News emerging that after weeks of no action on the sets of Gangubai Kathiawadi, Ajay Devgan was finally able to wrap his portion of the shoot recently, collaborating with Sanjay Leela Bhansali after 22 years since they last worked on Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam. Rumour has it that Sanjay was so impressed with Ajay's work in Gangubai that he wrote extra scenes and he made sure that a fleeting appearance turned into a full-blown cameo. We also know that Ajay Devgan was Sanjay Leela Bhansali's first choice for Bajirao Mastani. Did you know that? A role Ajay Devgan turned down because he felt it was very similar to a film he was planning to produce and act in, Tanhaji, the Unsung Warrior. But Ajay Devgan's loss became Ranveer's gain, and the rest, as they say, is medieval Indian history, because that's what Bajirao was, right? Breakout star Adarsh Gaurav from Ramin Behrani's Netflix film The White Tiger, he is brimming with impatience, which neither a BAFTA nomination nor any amount of adulation can satiate. In a recent interview, Adarsh Gaurav कहते हैं कि all I want right now is to have a role, a project that can totally consume me. Then speaking about the BAFTAs, he said, I wasn't even anticipating being on the long list. It came as a shock to me, honestly, because I thought long list happened by accident. But when my name was read out on the short list, it was really stunning. I was totally stunned. He says, I'm just hoping that any nomination or award just translates to real work, because that's what really matters. I am just hoping it gets converted into something tangible, something exciting. Maybe there's an exciting audition that I can now go to saying that, yeah, I'm the same guy from the BAFTA shortlist. Who knows? That hasn't happened, right? He could even win it. I want to work with some cool director. I want that to translate into something concrete. Naturally, after putting in the graft for 10 long years before success on this scale came knocking on his front door, Adarsh Gaurav does not want the White Tiger to be his only badge of honor. He wants this recognition to lead him to bigger, better things, more creatively challenging and satisfying projects. Well, more power to you, Adarsh Gaurav. I think it's commendable to articulate these emotions right at the start of his international career in a way. मतलब लोग सोचते तो हैं, लेकिन everybody is so busy thanking, fans and BAFTA and all of that, which is important. Gratitude is the right attitude. But to say that all of this will mean nothing unless it brings some exciting work my way, you need to be very brave to do that. Well done, Adarsh Gaurav. Fans of Bengali cinema would possibly be disappointed or relieved to know that a biopic on one of their biggest and most loved legends, actress Suchitra Sen, who left behind a gleaming legacy in Bengali cinema. She also did a few Bollywood films. Well, her biopic, starring her own actress granddaughter, the lovely Raima Sen, that is not happening anymore, mainly due to creative differences between the makers and Suchitra Sen's family, which includes daughter Munmun Sen, who also tried her hand at acting, but she gave up soon enough, and of course her two lovely granddaughters, Riya and Raima Sen, Raima being the real torchbearer of the Suchitra Sen legacy. See, that's the thing about biopics. Do you choose only the shiny, happy, successful portions of a public figure's life? Or do you also take the liberty to show aspects that would count as failings? But we are all too human, aren't we? Everybody has those. That is the balance every biopic needs to strike. Some do it more successfully than others. For those who remember perhaps the most memorable Hindi film that Suchitra Sen starred in, Andhi. Now, a rather pertinent story on the alarming number of COVID cases in Western India now, especially in Maharashtra, specifically in Bollywood. This talks about an organization called FWICE. Do you know what that is? The Federation of Western India Cine Employees, essentially people in Bollywood. They noticed that many Bollywood filming units have been behaving as though corona is already a thing of the past, not to be worried about, which is far from the truth. They have urged Bollywood celebrities to cut down on their staff on set. They say that many have been spotted with not just hair and makeup and wardrobe assistants, wo to samajh mein aata hai, but sometimes they were seen surrounded by up to 10 people, including bodyguards and managers and PR agents and secretaries, which in normal circumstances, that tells you how important a star is, right? The bigger the entourage, the bigger the star. But in the face of a deadly pandemic, being on set with each of these stars, sometimes surrounded by an overwhelming number of staff members, that is unacceptable. That puts everyone at risk. I think they have a point. Kriti Sanon and Vicky Kaushal in the new age remake of a film that launched Diya Mirza opposite Madhavan. Who remembers this? Rehna Hai Tere Dil Mein. This was already a South Indian remake, right? Now, this film got a lukewarm response when it came out, but over the years, it made a place in people's hearts. And fans now concede that Diya and Madhavan shared a beautiful chemistry, almost a timeless bond, which Kriti Sanon and Vicky Kaushal will now have to replicate. Jackie Bhagnani is masterminding the remake of this remake, and he'll take a deep personal interest in every department, from casting to direction to music to look to packaging, the works. And Jackie Bhagnani is said to be very keen on Ravi Udaivar, who directed Sridevi's last film Mom, to come on board as director. As with most remakes, it won't just be a blatant copy, but they will aim to take the story to the next level. मतलब रहना तो अभी भी दिल में ही है, लेकिन the interior design of the dil, it may look slightly different.
You can catch Shabnam Sahi, the ultimate storyteller, weekdays 9 a.m. till 12 noon.
The UK's biggest station mix. Sunrise Radio.
And here we are, 13 minutes past 10 on Sunrise Friday night, and joining me live via the phone lines, it's our birthday boy, Jay Sean. Happy birthday!
Oh, thank you so much. Look how lucky I am. Getting shared with the whole of the UK, eh?
Oh my God, we are so lucky that you're talking to us like God knows after how many years, Jay. Oh my God, it's been ages.
It has been a while, hasn't it?
How are you keeping? How are you celebrating today?
Oh, I have had the most wonderful day. Couldn't ask for more. Spent it with the people I love, you know, my family, my kids.
Oh,
they're so sweet. They Ava baked me a cake by hand.
Oh, so cute. That is adorable.
And she painted, and the cutest thing is she painted her nails in my favourite colour. Like she's never had her nails painted before.
Oh,
it's just
Jay,
super cute.
That is so adorable. I mean, what else could you ask for?
Absolutely.
Oh, so tell me, I mean, what has been going on with you? Pandemic, music, tell me everything. How did you take to the pandemic?
Honestly, I feel like I made the best out of a tough situation, you know, and ultimately, you know, what can you do? Here's how I looked at it, right? There's nothing I can do apart from we can just moan. Okay, there's other people who have been able to sort of get to work and do the Zoom calls, and they're still sort of doing it. For artists, we can't actually do that. Like, we're used to being on the road. We can't physically do that. You know, there's online concerts and stuff, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
So I thought, all right, what am I going to do? Just sit here and moan for a whole year? Or what else can I do? So I looked at it like I'm in creative jail right now. Be creative, have fun. So I went to social media like never before, and I just had so much fun creating content for my fans. Because normally it's like, oh, here I am in Hong Kong, little picture, here I am in... And I'm like, well, what else can I do? How else can I connect with them? So I've really been enjoying like making funny TikToks and Instagram posts to connect with my fans and keep everyone entertained. So it's been really nice.
And they've been great, and I must say they have been very, very entertaining, Jay. Now, talking about social media, I mean, look, it's literally social media has like given birth in front of us, literally, so to speak.
Right.
You've been in the music industry for so many years, Jay. I mean, like, how has social media become such a big part of your life? And I'm talking pre-COVID.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like, look, social media is the ultimate platform to put yourself out there. You have no excuse to say, I don't know how to connect with people. I don't know how to get my music out to people. I don't know how to get my personality out to people. Yes, you do. It's all over the place. You've got tons of platforms. Have fun with it. Be your true self, and people will discover you. If they are drawn to you and they love you for who you are, they will find you and word will spread. And I truly believe that. And, you know, that's kind of how I look at things.
Yeah. And I mean, back to lockdown, have you learned any new skills, except just aside from obviously social media? I mean, how much banana bread have you been baking?
Well, actually, it's funny. I haven't been baking, but I really got into my cooking. And it's not a surprise. A lot of people did, right? You do things that you're not sort of into. Look, I'm just the same as you. We're all human beings. We're stuck in our house. You start going, well, what else can I do that I didn't normally do around my house?
Yeah.
So, I became a bit of the old handyman, didn't I? Doing a bit of the old decorating. And so I got this huge basement that we've never done up.
Yeah.
We moved in 3 or 4 years ago, and the basement I had a dream idea of having my movie theater in there and having a little barn, a gym and all that. Never had the time to do it. All of a sudden, got a whole year, pimped it out big time.
Oh, look at
chilling
you.
out in my basement.
Check you out.
It's great, And when I say pimped it out, I mean I just called a builder and I said, figure it out.
Yeah.
No, I did. I've been enjoying that and cooking and more than anything, sort of just spending time with the people that I love.
I'm so glad.
Make the most of it.
So glad. Now let's talk about your music, Jay. I mean, what's coming? What's happening in terms of that? What can we hear from you in the near?
As you know, last year I probably released about 8 songs. I think 6 to 8 songs, and an album. The Mistress 3. I put that out. So been super productive over 2020. Where again, I was like, well, look, this is not going to stop me from putting out music. So I have music to put out. So we released it, and a lot of artists didn't release music because they were like, well, what's the point? Because I can't tour off the back of it.
Yeah.
Now I looked at it in a different way, and I was like, well, okay, you can do that, or you can keep yourself relevant and make your fans happy and give them music.
Yeah.
Who cares if you can't tour off of it? Just give them music. So I really enjoyed doing that, and this year I'm doing more of the same. I already gave them a brand new song called Incomplete, which is a really beautiful ballad, which I know my fans have been dying for ballads from me, so I gave them a gorgeous ballad. I've got another amazing song coming out in about a month and a half called Happiness Days, which is one of my favourite songs I've ever written, to be honest. And so we're keeping it going, man. There's no stopping me.
I'm so glad. Do you know what? Throughout the course of the day, Jay, I've spoken to Rishi, I've spoken to Roach Killer, I've spoken to so many of you guys. I feel like it's just taken me back so many years, and it's been so nice to just connect with all of you guys again, even if it is just via radio. But I'm so happy, Jay. Now, before I let you go, Jay, we are in the middle of a massive and a mega 36-hour marathon. I've been on air since 9 a.m. this morning. It's now like 10:20 at night. Is there a small message of support that you can give?
Yes, I just want to say, listen, when you believe in something and you have like a deep rooted incentive to do something and come from a place of passion, us humans are capable of anything. The most amazing feats of strength and determination, and I just think it's a beautiful thing what you're doing, and I'm just glad to be a part of it, and continued success to you, and many much love and blessings.
Thank you so much, Jay. And of course, I'm going to have to ask you if you can sing us a few lines of anything that you feel like singing right now.
It sounds like my son wants to sing.
I was just going to say, who's that in the background?
That's Ari. That's my little son. He's so silly. It's really funny how they know Dada's voice, like you'll hear a song of mine, a brand new song, because I'm listening to it in the car, and he'll go, Dada!
Oh,
that is Dada.
Isn't that the best feeling?
It's beautiful. All right, let's go back old school, throwback, back to the beginning. Let's do this.
Go on then.
ਕੁੜੀ ਸੋਹਣੀ ਤੇ ਅੱਖ ਮਸਤਾਨੀ ਤੇ ਗਿੱਧਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਰਾਣੀ ਨੀ ਗੱਲ ਸੁਣ ਜਾ ਤੂੰ ਦਿਲ ਖੋਲਿਆ ਤੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਮਨ ਮੋਲਿਆ ਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਗੱਲ ਹੋ ਰਿਆ ਨੀ ਗੱਲ ਸੁਣ ਜਾ ਉਹ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਨੱਚਣਾ Said I just want to dance with you. Oh, मैं तो तेरे नाल नचना. There we go.
Jay, thank you so much. Have an amazing rest of the birthday. Enjoy it. Enjoy every single moment. And we cannot wait to have you back here in London and get you back into the studio with us.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right, Jay. Take care.
All right, take care.
Bye. Bye.
Listen to our Bollywood queen, Anushka Arora, from 12 noon to 4 p.m. weekdays on Sunrise.
Sunrise Radio.
Right then, Time now is exactly 5:15 this Saturday afternoon. So I've got Raf on Zoom and I've got DJ Frenzy on Insta, but one on the other and not on the other. Let's see if we can make this work. Frenzy, what's going on, brother? How are you?
What are you saying, bro? You good?
I'm very well. It's a real pleasure to have you on the show, man. It's been a hot minute, but I've been wanting to do this. You've been doing amazing work over the last 12 months, aside from the stuff that you're doing around the world as well. All these celebrity weddings that you're attending. I was surprised you got back to me, so I appreciate it. Thank you.
No, cheers, man. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure, man. Absolute pleasure. Raf, are you there, my friend? We should have Raf up on Zoom as well. Raf, are you there?
Yo, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you. Have you got Have you seen Sunrise go live on Insta?
Yeah, you know, the thing is, I don't know how to. I've never done Insta Live, you know. I'll keep it real. I don't even know how to send requests in.
It's all right. It's all right. I'll tell you what we'll do, right? I'll tell you what we'll do. Raf, why don't you stay on Zoom? I'm going to get you up on the line in a sec, and I'm going to speak to Frenzy quickly, yeah? You stay right there and listen in, and then I will get you up. If you could just go to @ThisIsSunrise and follow us, and then from there you'll see that we've gone live, yeah? In the meantime, I'm going to have a little chat with Frenzy. Frenzy, what's going on, man? How has the last 12 months been for you? I mean, obviously, you've been on lock-off because you are a man of travelling the globe, right? How has it been?
Yeah, it's been crazy, man. Just trying to adjust to this new lifestyle. Complete change in what I'm used to. 1 month I was in India, 1 month in Australia, Canada, literally like touring the world. And then just all came to a stop.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like trapped in my house.
I know, man. Haven't we all? And so many artists, you know, of various calibers have said exactly the same thing. You know, as an artist, one of the greatest things is to be out there and see and feel the feedback, right? But when you're sitting at home, you don't know how people are responding to stuff. So let's talk about this single. Let us discover who this young man Raf is. Because when I heard Glassy Rhythm come out, I was like, who is this kid? Where is he from? And how did he get such a dissy voice? How did you link with Raf?
So I've actually known Raf for quite a few years, and we've been in touch on and off. Raf's actually a video director by trade.
Okay.
So we got in touch a few years back with a few projects that I was working on. And as we were talking, Raf, like side by side, was doing the singing stuff. Yep. And then I noticed this stuff pop up on my Instagram feed. People talking about him on Twitter as well. And then it was just a natural thing for us to connect. And we got in touch and pretty much made the Nog Jam, which I'm sure you guys must have heard. Yeah, that's where it all began. From that cover, the response we had from the Jazzy B and Shinda Shinda cover, the response was just crazy, and it just felt right to actually make a song.
And I tell you what, I haven't been excited about an artist like this for a very, very long time, man. Raf, I'm hoping you can still hear me. I've tried to send you a request and it says that you need to update your Instagram in order to go live. So let's forget that for now. Let's just talk on air. Raf, tell me what it was like, first of all, to have your breakout single with G-Funk and now, of course, working with Frenzy.
Yeah, no, it's been mad, bro. I'll keep it real, as in like the journey's not really been too long. The last rhythm dropped in November, and now we're here in March. Dropping, or now in April technically. Mm-hmm. So the journey's not been too long, but the response and and it just feels overwhelming. But the way we're working, man, I've just kind of kept my head down, and it's just literally one thing after the other.
I don't know if you heard what I said to Frenzy.
It's really nice to see the kind of response that public are giving.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like I said to Frenzy, I was just saying I haven't been this excited about a young, new artist coming into the Punjabi scene than I have about you. I mean, how does a boy from South London get a Pandhi Awaz, like Thet Punjabi Awaz like that, bro?
I don't know, man. It must be somewhere in the ancestry. No, man. But you know what? I mean, always from a young kid, man, like the environment at home, this see birthday party now basically. But you know what, the kind of music that was at Yard, bro, you have hard classical playing in the Yard, like Salam Tariq, but then at the same time a lot of the pop Bollywood, Michael Jackson playing at Yard. Yeah. We got Jazzy B, Pindrakia, so it was a very eclectic upbringing in that sense. But there was always a tone. you know, they'll look on, they do folk the bit, you know, catch up and easy. I always used to kind of say to my mum as well, is they're like, oh, like the folk singers that I love, they've got this really sick tone, and you can't really learn a tone. But then, yeah, most of the kind of feedback and the halla sheri jira look my friend, my good mate, Gopal Singh, with India, he's a writer as well.
Yeah.
He kind of like pushed me into the field saying, no, he's like, look, focus on your eyes, but he's like, you've got a really good tone for this stuff. So, and yeah, man, the rest is kind of just going on.
So, Frenzy, let's bring you back in again now as well, because you're sitting there kind of going, I'm not quite sure what's going on there. I get it. It's quite difficult, this is, to bring this all world together. But let's just talk about the fact that I'm not sure how possible was this track to do together without you being able to come together. Did you manage to get a studio session in together, or was it all done remotely?
Yeah, so the final vocal was the only part that was done together. Everything up until that point was done remotely. We had a few ideas, a few concepts for different tracks.
Yeah.
To be honest, like Millie One wasn't supposed to be the song that we were coming out with.
Right.
We had 2 or 3 other options for songs, but due to like restrictions with videos, with filming in the UK, even traveling, like, because obviously what we wanted to present was a whole audio visual package.
Yeah.
And to get that across with the certain sounds that we were bringing, it wasn't possible. So we went with a sound that we felt we could execute within the UK, within the restrictions we had. And that's how Millie One came about.
And tell us about Millie One, because what is the kind of vibe behind Millie One? What does it mean? Does it have a meaning, or is it just a statement?
I mean, like, it literally is in the title. You've got one life, so like live it to the max.
Right.
That's what the song's about. So
right.
it's about enjoying your life and living it.
And Raf, I'm going to bring you back in. I know there's a slight delay with the old Zoom, so I'll give you a second to process the question. But what is the dream, man? I mean, obviously, you mentioned some legendary names there growing up, listening to them both in the Western and the Indian classical side of things. What is the dream? What do you see yourself doing in the next 10 years?
The thing is, bro, it's just one thing that I've known doing. I don't really come from like a musical family, or, you know, mera koi industry with Godfather in here. You know, everything we've been doing is from the ground up, man. I'm just another kid from South London hustling and trying to be my thing. So yeah. I don't think my dreams are any different from anyone tuned in listening right now. You know, so that's why we really want to just tell everyone, live life as large as you want through the strength of your chest.
That is beautiful.
Don't be disrespectful. You don't have to hurt anyone.
You know
what? At the same time, if you got to get yours, I got to get mine.
Absolutely. And it's so beautiful. It's so great to hear such a grounded, because nowadays, and forgive me for keep referring to you as being young, but I mean, you're young to the industry, right? And the fact is, it's so nice to hear you be grounded and just kind of open-eyed to see what's coming, because normally I'll speak to young artists and they'll be like, bruv, I want to be doing this, I want to be doing that, I want to be driving that, and blah, blah, blah. But it seems like the music has given you such a beautiful grounding, bro.
Yeah, for sure, man. You know what it is, bro? Like, I know where I come from, and anyone and everyone in this industry, like, you know how it is. I mean, you've been, you know, part of this industry, and you've seen things from whether it's a visual aspect or an audio aspect. But everyone's had their own struggles. Do you know what I'm saying? And that ultimately reflects in your craft and in your body of work, which is why, you know, you have to celebrate everyone out there, man.
Absolutely.
Right now, I feel like there's a huge youth subculture that's just bubbling in the underground scene for Punjabi music worldwide, whether that's UK, Canada, America, Punjab even, and I'm just a very, very small part of it, man.
You know what, Raf? I'm gonna do, because this is all a bit complicated, and even Frenzy is staring at me going, okay, what's going on? I'm doing the same thing. People are on here saying they can hear you, but they can't see you, XYZ. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna organise, we're months away now, I'm gonna organise for you to come into the studio and have a proper sit down with me, and let's talk about this journey, because you excite me in a way that nobody else has excited me for a long time. Raf, I want to say thank you so much for your time. Congratulations on the success so far. Long may it continue. Frenzy, thank you so much for your time, man. It was a real pleasure catching up with you finally. And hopefully we'll do this again properly one day in front of each other, yeah?
No, for sure, man. Definitely. Thanks for having us, bro.
Wicked, gents. Thank you so much. Raf, take care. Stay safe, brothers. And we'll see you all very, very soon, yeah?
Respect, man.
Wicked. There you have it, folks. It was a strange one. I tried to do my best to make it work of two places in different spaces, but unfortunately technology isn't always on our side. But Raf there joining me from South London. I didn't get to ask Frenzy where he was, but it was a real pleasure catching up with him, and I am now going to play you the brand new single. It's called Millie One. It's produced by Frenzy. It features the vocals of this talented gentleman that we just heard from, Raf Saperra.
And for a slightly different flavour, catch Ameet Chana between 7am and 10am on breakfast at weekends.
Now it's time to get flirty. At 8:30, I cannot wait. I've got my single person waiting. She is ready to go.
Calling all singles. Are you ready to get flirty at 8:30? Message the studio now and let the love doctor of Sunrise help you find love.
I have my single person. I've just hit the mic as well. I've got my single person ready on the phone. Hello, Teju. How you doing?
Hey, how are you?
I'm very well indeed. It's a pleasure to have you here. How's life treating you?
Do you know what? I'm doing really well, thank you. Really good. Making the most of lockdown and just being good.
Good. I love it. So this is, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, this is lovely Teju, as I call her, but you can call her Teju. She is an incredible single person, and I asked her on the show today, and she is looking for an incredible guy. But Teju, I have to say, is a very successful woman, right? Absolutely right?
Oh, you flatter me. I'm trying my best. So I run a business. I'm a busy girl, but I need to find time for love.
Of course, we all do, right? We've got to make time for love as well. Because even if you're busy when you're single, you've got to, when you find that person, you still have to make time, right? That doesn't happen automatically.
Absolutely.
Well, listen, she runs a lovely business, actually locally in West London, and but anyway, you
can probably hear all these noises in the background.
Actually, it sounds really clear.
So you'll hear all these machines whizzing and things pinging because we're busy making people's favourite desserts.
Well, actually, I might ask you a question about that in just a moment, actually. So, okay, basically, flirty at 8:30 is very simple. I'm just going to ask you a few questions about you, and if there happens to be any eligible bachelors out there who likes the sound of Teju, then what you could do is get in touch with me in the studio, and then I can try and connect you up. I'd love to make the first Sunrise wedding happen. So that is my goal with this. So anyway, right, I'm going to ask you a couple of very simple questions anyway. Firstly, I would love to know, Teju, tell me about the kind of person who would be your ideal soulmate.
Okay, so I am, I hold my hands up. I'm fiercely independent, and that sometimes throws men off. But trust me, I'm a really nice homely girl too. I think there's a really nice balance. So what I'm looking for is somebody who does appreciate that I am busy and that I'm not flexible, enough to drop things at a whim. But I will make time, and somebody who kind of just value the same sort of things that I do, like kindness, compassion, fun. Somebody who wants to have lots of laughter. Somebody who's equally as happy to sit on the sofa and watch a movie as they are to go out to dinner, drinks, or to a club.
I like that. That sounds beautiful as well. But just out of curiosity as well, I always ask this question. I never hear the aesthetics as well. What kind of guy are you looking for? I know the soul qualities, but what about him? Who he is? What he looks like? Kind of how he carries himself? That kind of thing.
I would love a silver fox.
A what?
I love a silver fox.
Oh, silver fox. A silver fox. George Clooney style?
Yeah, I am getting on a little bit.
No, so you're not.
Well, I'm young at heart, so I need somebody who's the same, who's got a really young heart that, wants to defy their age and still do things that the 20-somethings are doing. So, yeah, aesthetically, I used to have a type, but to be honest, I don't believe I do, but I just feel that it's somebody that I click with, somebody who makes me laugh, and the rest we'll figure out.
So 6'4", full of muscle, and a silver fox. Right, gotcha.
Yeah, if you can get me older Chris Hemsworth, we're talking.
Well, he's about 6'3", isn't he? So yeah, no worries. We can sort that out. It's not a problem. Next question for you as well. Tell us one fun, quirky thing about yourself that not many people know.
So I work with my daughter and my niece, and they basically think I'm nuts because as soon as there's 1980s R&B on, it doesn't matter who's in my shop, I'm singing and dancing. I am the karaoke queen, which would be great, but I can't actually hold a note.
Okay, but the question, yeah, exactly. Are you a shower singer, or are you really able to sing?
Oh, no, I'm a shower singer. I should not be allowed to sing in public, if I'm honest.
Bless you. Well, listen, I've loved you getting flirty at 8:30 so far, but I'll tell you what, we'll finish on one question, right? So, since you work in the dessert industry, I guess it's got to be around that. So, you meet an incredible guy. You want to impress him. You've met a couple of times, perhaps, and you want to impress him with a particular dessert. What are you going to make him?
Oh, my God. I am going to make him pistachio tiramisu. A little bit of alcohol, little bit of nuts, lots of chocolate.
It's getting hot in here. Oh, now, ladies and gentlemen, we're truly getting flirty at 8:30. Did you hear that? Pistachio tiramisu with a little bit of alcohol in it. Oh, I love that, did you? I have to say that sounds very tantalising. If we cannot find you a guy here, I mean, I'd just be very shocked. If he's heard this and he hasn't thought, wow, I must get in touch right now. I mean,
They say the way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
Yeah.
I got that covered.
Yeah, you have, haven't you? Well, Deju, it has been an absolute pleasure getting to know you. I know you're... No, thank you. I know you're busy and you've got loads of customers to tend to. So I just wanted to say thank you for getting flirty at 8:30, and we're going to keep an eye out for you and see if we can find love on Sunrise. And of course, the final question, if you do find love through this, would you have me as your wedding celebrant, your wedding MC?
Without question, Amit. Wherever I find it, you would be my number one.
Anyway, no, I appreciate that. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. You're listening to Amit Sodha, and it is time for my couples challenge.
It's time for the couples game. How well do you know your partner?
Hello. That ended suddenly, a bit more suddenly than I expected. How are you guys doing?
Hi, all right.
We're good. Nervous now. We're quite nervous now.
No need to be nervous. Ever. You're on radio with Amit Sodha. Nothing bad could ever happen. Ever. Listen, right. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very old couple. Sorry.
Okay.
Didn't mean to say that. I meant to say is they're very old friends of mine, and we actually met as friends in college, and I brought this couple together, kind of in a roundabout sort of way, and I know exactly. And their names are Apeksha and Fiaz. How are you guys doing? Welcome. How are you both doing?
Yeah, fine.
We're good.
They're very nervous. Is your little one still awake?
No, finally,
he's in bed. Bless. I've been messaging them frantically. Hurry up! Get on here now. No, it's
out. You were able to answer most of the questions.
Oh, bless you guys. What have you got yourself in for? I tell you what, you're going to regret this. No, I'm only kidding. Right, listen. This has been a bit last minute with the Apeksha and Fiaz, but we're just going to have a bit of fun with them. And let me explain this how it works. Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so it's very simple. I ask one of you 5 questions while the other one leaves the room. So let's say, Apeksha, I ask you 5 questions while Fiaz leaves the room. Yeah. And then what we do is we bring Fiaz back and I ask him the same 5 questions that I asked you to give me the answers that you gave to see if he can guess what you guessed.
Okay.
All right, but it doesn't have to be Fiaz necessarily. Who's feeling brave and wants to leave the room? That is down to you guys.
I'll leave the room.
Well, I mean, it's harder for whoever leaves the room, so it's up to you guys.
Can he leave the house?
Listen, no evilness here. Come on. No, I'm really kidding. Right, who's feeling? Is Fiaz feeling brave, or are you feeling brave?
No, go on. You leave the room. I'll go on. No cheating.
No, he won't cheat. Don't worry. He's good like that. All right. So let me know, Apeksha. Let me know when Fiaz has left the room.
He has left the room.
Okay. Do you think he can hear you?
I hope not. Hang on.
Okay. Cool. Don't worry. We'll make this work anyway.
Go.
All right, very simple. So I'm going to ask you 5 simple questions. And then obviously, like I said, we'll bring Fiaz in and see if he can guess your answers, okay?
Okay.
All right, so
Sure.
question number 1 for you. What is your favourite naughty snack?
Chocolate.
Chocolate. Any particular kind?
Galaxy.
Oh, you naughty minx, you. All right, question number 2. What is your favourite song or music artist? It could be Bollywood, Hollywood, or otherwise.
Oh, that's a difficult one. Favourite song?
Favourite song or music artist depends on how hard you want to make this.
Oh, well, I won't make it too difficult for him. I'm going to say favourite song would have to be... I'm trying to think of a recent one. Actually, I'm going to say Bali Sagu.
Bali Sagu, which one?
Juralia.
Judah. Ah, nice. Of course. He should get this because I remember you guys used to love this song.
I'm making it easy for him.
I love it though. Let's see if he actually gets it though. That's the big question. Okay, cool. Question number 3. Name something that's near or at the top of your bucket list. Especially now lockdown is over. Like, is there any particular destination in the world you'd love to visit or activity you'd like to do?
Go to a restaurant. Anything to do with food.
Oh my goodness me. All right, cool. We're just going to write food.
Yeah.
Only you. Only a picture would say this. Question number 4. What is the best holiday you both have been on?
Caribbean cruise.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. That was a quick answer. That was so. Hopefully he will get the same one. And your last but not least question, a picture. Your favourite film of all time. Again, Hollywood, Bollywood, or otherwise, doesn't matter. Whatever it is.
Favourite film? I think Good Kotai.
Okay, cool. No worries. Let's see if he gets this, right? So you've answered all 5 questions, so bring him back. Go on. Tell him he can come back.
Right, 1 second.
While Fiaz comes, let's just remind you.
Yeah, so come back now.
Oh, he's there, right? Okay, cool. Perfect. All right. Fiaz, are you there?
Hang on. Just coming back?
Mr. Fiaz, are you there?
No, I'm trying to make it as easy as possible.
All right.
Yo, all right. Okay, cool. You there, yeah?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, excellent. So basically, I asked the picture 5 questions. I'm going to ask you the same 5, and you're going to give me the answers you think that she said. Okay?
Right.
All right, cool. Question number 1, bro. What is Apexa's favourite naughty snack?
Favourite naughty chocolate, obviously.
But what kind? Is any particular kind?
Oh, Galaxy.
All right, nice. All right, I'm not going to give the answers yet, though. We're not going to reveal the answers just yet. So we're going to go through to the end and see how it goes. All right, question number 2. I asked the picture her favourite song or music artist. And it could be Bollywood, Hollywood, or otherwise, or you know, like pop or anything.
It could be Dirty Dancing, that one, from that movie, that famous song. Or it could be our song, Juralia, Bali Sagu.
All right, okay, cool. No worries, that's 2 questions down. Question 3, I asked a picture, say one thing that's on your bucket list. So, you know, it could be something travel related, it could be anything, right? I said, what's the near or at the top of your bucket list? What do you think she said?
Bucket list, travelling, yeah, Dubai. She wants to go on holiday.
Okay, cool. You reckon Dubai travelling, yeah?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
All right, okay, cool. Question number 4. The best holiday destination that you both have been on together. What do you think a picture said?
Miami.
Miami. Ooh, when did you guys go to Miami?
Honeymoon.
Oh, really? Was that your honeymoon destination? That's so cool. Oh.
The keys after that.
Ah, nice. All right, cool. And last but not least, Apexa's favourite film.
Hector's favourite. I would say Dirty Dancing, yeah.
Ooh, Dirty Dancing. Are you sure about that?
He's always talked about that from day one.
Ooh, okay. All right, no worries. Hold on. Let me just tot up these scores just to double check.
Oh, no, I'm worried now.
All right.
Do you? Do I know you?
All right. Okay, cool. Obviously, a picture knows, but let me just quickly do a quick manual drum roll. Fiaz, are you ready?
Yeah.
You scored 2 out of 5. Oh. Let me tell you, because you seem quite certain about some of these. So I wonder if Apeksha's going to change her answer, right? So question 1, you got it right, 100% Galaxy chocolate. Question 2, Juralia, that's what she said as well. Question 3, she said anything to do with food, and you said Dubai or travelling. Apeksha, would you agree?
I thought about that. She Gujarati as well.
Apeksha, do you want to change your mind? Would you agree with Fiaz?
No, I do agree with him, yeah.
Okay, cool. So he gets that one. Then we'll say if you change your mind, he'll get that. All right, cool. So that's 3 out of 5 then. Best holiday destination, she said Caribbean cruise.
That was off the Miami, but yeah, I said I like Miami, but yeah, okay.
All right, cool. No worries. So that one stays as it is. Favourite film, her answer was Kuch Kuch Hota Hai.
Since when?
Since you're watching it every day.
Okay, basically the outcome of this is that you two need to go away and get to know each other a little bit better.
That's brilliant.
Well, there we go. There we go. You two have just experienced the couples challenge here on the Love Lounge with me, the Love Doctor. Did you enjoy?
Yes.
You were nervous at first. Was there anything to be nervous of?
No. It's fine.
Right. But last question, of course, most important question, Apeksha, what are you going to do as a forfeit that Fiaz has to do for getting only 3 out of 5? Come on. He should have known more than that.
Wow. That is true, isn't it?
Yeah. Make him do the dishes for a month, would you reckon?
Oh, no, he does that anyway. I've got to figure something out.
Well, listen, it's been a pleasure speaking to you both. You've been listening to the Couples Challenge with the Love Doctor here on the Love Lounge. Thank you so much for joining me.
Catch our Love Guru, Amit Sodha, between 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. every Sunday for that chill out zone.
With myself, Niraj, this Friday night. How are you doing? All the way before 10 o'clock. Nothing but the very best in Bollywood beats. Now, how was your April Fool's Day? Yesterday, of course. Did you manage to pull off any amazing pranks? Do any kind of fantastic practical jokes at all? Now, look, normally I'm not very good at doing pranks, okay? I just normally stick to, like, the most basic pranks out there. You know, just kind of like the easiest kind of pranks out there. But I did rag my brains this time around because I thought to myself, any chance I could pull off like a really good April Fool's prank for this April Fool's Day, and I think I did manage to come up with a pretty amazing one. In all fairness, you know, certainly by my standards, it was definitely the most amazing April Fool's prank which I've pulled off so far. So basically what I did is I made up a huge backstory. Right, this is my little story that I made up, and which I posted on my Facebook account. That the British Antarctic Survey, okay, the official British representative down in the southernmost continent, the British Antarctic Survey, had got in touch with a couple of media outlets, okay, a couple of radio stations, a couple of other newspapers, a couple of other media companies as well, and got in touch with them to say that they were setting up this new initiative called the UK Antarctic Radio and Entertainment Excellence Initiative, or UAREI, basically for short. What they'd found out were that scientists were lacking in energy, right, towards the winter period in the Antarctic, and for that reason they thought to themselves, right, how can we kind of rejuvenate the energy within our researchers, within our scientists, as we head into, you know, kind of like the deep dark winter. So for that reason they were looking for radio stations to put together this special kind of tundra mix that they could play there at the base. So my story was that Sunrise was taking part in this, and that Sanjay Sanj, Ameet Chana and Raj Guy all sat down together late into the night, and they put together this special tundra mix CD, which had like all the very best tunes, all the, you know, total banging tracks, basically squeezed onto one 85-minute CD. And then basically one of us from the team was going to be sent out to Antarctica to deliver it by hand. Yeah, so my story was as well that so I finished my story by saying that we basically put all the names in a hat, and I was chosen, luckily, yeah, total luck in the draw, I was chosen out of the hat to head over there in August to deliver the CD by hand to the polar base over there and basically deliver it to them. And then also while I was down over there, I was going to stay for a week, and then the week after I was going to be helping out with some mandatory penguin and seal research as well. And then to go ahead and basically make my story seem as true as possible, I took a couple of pictures of me posing in my big heavy winter jacket with my gloves on as well, and I also wrote up a fake email, you know, with like all of their typical kind of stuff that they'd normally include in like an official email of like, dear sir, madam, you have been specially chosen to go ahead and attend this special meeting and be part of this special team heading down to Antarctica, and basically posted up on Facebook. And I cannot believe, let me just tell you this, I cannot believe how many of my friends fell for it. It was like a 50-50 split, okay? I had quite a lot of people going ahead and messaging me going, this is totally an April Fool's prank. Completely and utterly April Fool's prank. But then 50% of them also believed it as well. I had messages all the way up until the early hours of Friday morning from a whole bunch of people going, what, Niraj, you're heading to the South Pole? What? What? No, you know, please tell me you're pulling my leg. You know, yeah. So basically I had a whole bunch of people messaging in, you know, totally gobsmacked to hear that I've been chosen to head down over there. Before I had to reveal, of course, I had to come clean and say, no, it's an April Fool's joke as well. But hey, basically, I mean, at the end of the day, 50% of people believing that it happened is good. Hey, there we are. You know, 50% success rate, I'm totally fine with that when it comes to an April Fool's prank. So yeah, if there's anyone out there who's still listening in who thinks that I'm going to be heading down to the South Pole, no, that is definitely not happening, okay? Total April Fool's joke, okay? You've been pranked, dude. Niraj here on the UK's biggest Asian mix. Call me a stickler, all right? But I do prefer the original to that one. But anyway, I've played that one for Jamie over in Harrow this evening. Managed to give me the correct answer. Was our winner tonight. That should be for 3-course meal tonight. Good choice right there. Coming back to our challenge at the moment, Bollywood or Bakwaas. I'm getting an interesting range of answers coming in tonight. It seems to be going towards a 50-50 split this evening again as well. 50% of you guessing around 50% guessing Bollywood, around 50% guessing Bakwaas this evening. Let me read out that film plot summary for you again. It's up to you to decide if this is a genuine Bollywood movie or just a load of absolute and utter garbage, which is coming out of my mouth. One more time again for you. So, as I mentioned, the movie I'm describing is an action-packed cricket movie. Yeah, really exciting cricket film. And here's the story. The national cricket team are losing really badly to the visiting team. And this is down to the really bad performance of the arrogant team captain called Ronnie. Now, the cricket committee are really upset by Ronnie's performance, and they say, Ronnie, and they decide to replace him with a newcomer called Sonny. Now, Ronnie is intensely jealous of Sonny. I mean, naturally, because he's taken his place, right? But Sonny, on the other hand, has got nothing but a lot of respect for Ronnie. You know, he kind of sees him as being this kind of like father figure, this kind of like major player in the cricket team. Anyway, this kind of continues with Ronnie and Sonny having this kind of like, you know, very strange and kind of different opinions of each other. And on the day of the third match between these two sides, a group of terrorists plant a bomb inside the stadium, and then they threaten to blow up the place with all of the spectators inside. The police intervene and they arrest all the terrorists who are actually involved in the stadium team itself. But the problem's still there. They can't find the remote which activates all of these explosives, and the stadium is still full of people because of, you know, naturally they're all there to see this third day of the match. Well, guess who's got the remote, eh? It's none other than Ronnie. And oh no, he's still out for revenge against Sonny. What on earth's going to happen next? Oh dearie me. But what do you reckon? Bollywood or Bakwaas? It's up to you to decide. I'm getting a whole bunch of different answers tonight. I've got Noman over in Croydon saying that it sounds absolutely Bakwaas or Bakwaas, as he says, Deepika says. He says that it definitely has got the plot of Dil Se, Zameen or other films like that, but it just sounds completely mad. Raza over in Coventry as well, saying Bakwaas. Tell me why. Jasmine and Hayes, is it a Lagan? Eh? Is it MS Dhoni? What? One? Okay, yeah. Well, both of those are cricket films, but they're definitely not the cricket films which I was describing. And I think Richa and Darby as well, and Matthias in Ontario, Canada, was also saying it smacks of a whole bunch of other Bollywood cricket movies, but that the whole second half of that plot is definitely a whole bunch of Bakwaas. So therefore, they've decided to go in for Bakwaas this evening. But what do you reckon? Send in your answers to me, and you'll find out very shortly indeed. 07925 700 272, or else you can also tweet to me at This Is Sunrise, hashtag Sunrise Radio. Bollywood or Bakwaas? Like I said, it's about a 50-50 split, but you never know. Your vote could make it swing towards one side or the other. It is time to give you the answer for tonight's Bollywood or Bakwaas. But firstly, let me read out some of these answers coming in. Sapna in Canada saying, Niraj, I would say it's Bakwaas. It sounds totally Bakwaas, but then again, I think all of your film summaries are Bakwaas. Okay. Reena and Sandeep over in Coventry guessing it's Bagistan or Bungistan. I think that's meant to be. But they say, I think it's just a very confused mix-up of all of the movies. No man over in Croydon guessing that it's definitely Bakwaas. It's got a cricket theme, but it can't be that. Jamie in Harrow guessing a Bollywood movie. Jasmine in Hayes guessing that it's Imran Hashmi, possibly an Imran Hashmi movie, but she's not entirely sure. I've got Sajin Doncaster saying Bollywood, Raza saying Bakwaas, Matthias saying Bakwaas, Richa guessing it's Bollywood. Well, I can definitely say to all those people who guessed Bakwaas, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're totally wrong. Sorry. Yeah, you can go home. All right. It isn't Bakwaas. It's a genuine Bollywood movie. Yes, the film I was describing, that cricket action-packed number about Ronnie and Sonny in totally jealous with each other. You're going to kick yourself when you hear the details. But this is a genuine Bollywood movie, which I researched about. It's Awal Number from 1990. Starring, get ready for this, Dev Anand and Amir Khan and Aditya Pancholi in the lead roles. Music by Bappi Lahiri and directed by Dev Anand himself as well, from way back in 1990. Very well done to Barbara over in Swansea, who managed to give me the answer tonight, and also Jamie in Harrow as well. Very, very big Bollywood brains on those two. Barbara in Swansea saying it's actually a really good movie, not a purely cricket movie like MS Dhoni, but very watchable. Definitely one to go ahead and check out. I have to say, it does sound actually quite interesting as a film, and I mean, it did actually get some good reviews. Amir Khan said after Dev Anand passed away that this was the only film that he has ever signed without reading the script. So, I mean, there we are. Big praise, right? Big praise. Well, probably the fact that he gets to work with Dev Anand as well. I also found out this absolutely brilliant nugget of knowledge about this movie. This has made me laugh so much before I came in to do the show tonight, right? Apparently, there's a scene in this movie of Dev Anand's character, so Ronnie, sitting on one of the benches nearby the cricket field, okay? And he's got a picture of his mother in a frame with a har around the frame, of course, to go ahead and show his respects for his mother. But apparently the film crew couldn't get a proper picture in time. So the picture is of Cindy Crawford. I am not making this up. Cindy Crawford appears in this movie as the mother of Dev Anand and Aditya Pancholi's characters. I am not making this up. Please go and check it out for yourself. Awal Number, if you just Google Awal Number and Cindy Crawford, you'll find out the Cindy Crawford connection to this movie from 1990. Very well done if you guessed Bollywood this evening. The answer was Awal Number, Dev Anand and Amir Khan in the lead roles in that film from 1990.